The movie begins in Mexico with Alex Lewis driving into a hospital parking lot dressed in blue hospital scrubs. Inside the hospital, a fast car arrives and two men get out. One man, carrying flowers, is there to visit his mother. In the room, the man asks for privacy and Alex agrees. Suddenly, Alex wraps a wire around the man's neck, killing him as blood spurts out. The man's mother, unable to move, watches in horror as her son dies. Back at his car, Alex texts a coded message to his handlers saying the job is done. When he reaches for his keys in the visor, he finds it missing. He looks worried and pats his pockets, eventually finding the key in one of his scrub pockets. In El Paso, Texas, undercover FBI agent Vincent Serra meets a man named Leon. Leon is prostituting his daughter, Beatrice. Vincent tries to talk to Beatrice without engaging in sexual activity, but she realizes he's wearing a wire. Vincent grapples with the man over a gun. As the FBI agents rush in, the man holds a gun to Beatrice's head. Vincent tries to de-escalate, but the man, unwilling to go back to jail, threatens to kill his daughter. In a desperate move, Beatrice bites her father, giving Vincent an opening to disarm him. They continue to struggle and fall out a second-floor window, resulting in Beatrice's father's death, which leaves her angry and traumatized. In Mexico City, Alex meets with Mauricio and gives him details about his next assignment in El Paso. Despite feeling ill, Alex tries to keep his condition hidden from his bosses, knowing it could be a death sentence. He hints at retiring, but Mauricio warns him that the bosses won't accept it. Alex comments on the high payout, and Mauricio explains it's for 2 kills. When Mauricio mentions that Alex's brother is in El Paso, Alex senses a veiled threat. Despite feeling threatened, Alex maintains his composure and questions whether he's being spied on. Mauricio responds that information is power and advises Alex to forget about quitting. Alex drives to El Paso and checks into a hotel under the name David Marshall. Alex heads down to the hotel bar, where a woman, Maya, briefly flirts with him. A man, the middleman for the job, gives Alex a briefcase, which he quickly inspects. Borden presses for a quick timetable for the 2 hits. In his room, Alex reviews the intelligence of his first target, Ellis Van Camp. Assembling a silenced pistol with a laser sight, he meticulously checks his accuracy. Vincent visits Beatrice at a detention center, where she remains angry with him over her father's death. He tries to explain that what her father did to her was wrong and that she didn't deserve it. Vincent promises to get her a special visa to come to the United States, pointing out the injustice of her abuse, while the men responsible are still free. He gives her a new set of coloring pencils and a sketchbook. Ellis is working in his home office when Alex bursts in, gun drawn. Alex demands the flash drives. They move to the safe, but Ellis's daughter interrupts, announcing her departure to a party. To avoid any noise or harm, Alex restrains Ellis until the daughter leaves. Once she's gone, Alex kills Ellis, takes the flash drives, and leaves swiftly. Meanwhile, Borden lounges by a pool where his wife swims. His phone buzzes with a text from Alex, confirming the first assassination using their secret code. Vincent and Linda investigate the crime scene at Ellis Van Camp's residence. Vincent converses with Wendy, Ellis's wife, who mentions she hadn't contacted the local police. Vincent instructs Detective Danny Mora to listen to Wendy's account. Wendy suspects her husband's death was due to a robbery, citing the open safe as supporting evidence. Vincent's boss, Nussbaum, arrives to deliver tough news to Vincent and his team that the task force is being dissolved, and Hugo, a lone agent from Mexico, is returning home. Vincent protests, citing their witness, Beatrice, but his boss remains unmoved. Despite Vincent's objections, Nussbaum insists they focus solely on Van Camp murder if Vincent wants to help Beatrice secure her visa. Reluctantly, Vincent agrees, prioritizing Beatrice's well-being despite his frustrations. Alex follows Vincent as he drives Beatrice to her new group home. Vincent settles Beatrice in and informs the home's leader that she's a victim and a witness. Later that night, Alex breaks into the group home and locates Beatrice's room. He shines a light on her face, startling her awake. Seeing her drawings, Alex realizes she is just a child. Beatrice is frightened and pleads for her life, promising not to say anything. Horrified, terrified. Alex quickly leaves the room. Alex arranges to meet Borden. Alex unexpectedly attacked him. Alex is enraged upon realizing the target was a child and declares he won't continue. Borden insists Alex is a professional and must complete the job, threatening to report him to their superiors in Mexico otherwise. Borden calls Davana to tell her that Alex knows about the flash drives and Beatrice. He also says that Alex wants to save Beatrice and will give up the drives. Davana insists she will take care of it herself. Linda and Hugo relax with drinks at the bar. Hugo expresses frustration that their bosses are dropping the case. Linda tries to comfort him by noting that Beatrice is safe now. Alex and Maya are together in a hotel room when Alex suddenly starts convulsing and collapses to the floor. Maya, thinking it's just a bad dream, tries to console him. However, Alex fears it might be something more serious. The next morning, Vincent arrives at the group home, which has now become a crime scene. Beatrice has been murdered. Vincent is devastated and angry that he couldn't keep her safe. Alex sees the news about Beatrice's murder. He briefly wonders if he could have been involved and demands to know if he was with Maya in the room all night. Maya confirms that they were together, but Alex abruptly tells her he's leaving and instructs her to forget that they ever met. Hugo is about to leave for Mexico when he hears about Beatrice's murder. Shocked, he decides to stay instead of leaving. Meanwhile, Alex heads towards his car, only to find a bomb under it. Suddenly, Mauricio starts shooting at him. Alex takes cover and is surprised when Maya shows up, reminding him about the pills. Tragically, Mauricio shoots Maya in the throat and she dies in Alex's arms. He is devastated and furious over her death. After a tense gunfight, Alex gains the upper hand and knocks Mauricio out. He puts Maya's body in the trunk and secures Mauricio in the driver's seat. Mauricio mocks Alex for going soft and warns that their bosses will retaliate. Alex sarcastically bids Mauricio goodbye and walks away. As Mauricio screams, Alex sets off the bomb, killing him. Vincent meets with Morat and discusses the car bomb, suspecting it's connected to the recent crimes. Mora promises to keep Vincent informed as they gather more information. Later, at a local bar, Hugo reunites with Vincent. He explains that he couldn't leave because only he, Linda, and Vincent truly cared about Beatrice. Hugo asserts that he can do things neither of them can, acting as a concerned citizen. Vincent acknowledges that Nussbaum won't approve, but Hugo clarifies that he doesn't work for Nussbaum. Vincent agrees to their collaboration. In the dimly lit gym, Borden is running on the treadmill. Suddenly, headlights cut through the rainy night, and a car pulls up. Alex steps out, gun in hand, ready to exact his deadly revenge. A shot rings out, and Borden collapses. Seeking safety, Alex goes down into the basement of an old bakery. There, he looks at a flash drive connected to a laptop. The first drive shows a tense talk between Ellis Van Camp and Davana, full of threats. On the second drive, Alex sees disturbing pictures and videos. Davana with her son, Randy, sexually assaulting Beatrice. Alex realizes the real reason for his mission and reacts with intense disgust. The next morning, Randy rushes into his mom's office. Davana calmly tells him that he needs to leave El Paso right away. She plans for Randy to attend a party and then takes the company jet to Geneva, Switzerland, where he'll enter rehab to deal with his problems. Back at the office, Vincent receives a call from Alex. Alex reveals that powerful men, including Van Camp and Borden, played a role in harming Beatrice. While he denies killing her, Alex insists that those responsible must face justice. On a private yacht, Randy is hosting a party while Linda, Hugo, and Vincent observe. Randy goes below deck and pressures a waitress to accompany him to his room. Inside the room, Randy pressures the waitress to undress. While she heads to the bathroom, Alex suddenly covers her mouth to silence her, instructing her to lock the door after he leaves. She agrees silently. Meanwhile, Randy lies naked on the bed, unaware. Alex takes a pillow, presses it over Randy's head, and fires twice, killing him. Vincent and Linda come across the body, prompting Vincent to dash onto the deck, where he spots Alex attempting to flee into his car. Hugo arrives, gun drawn, intensifying the standoff. Despite Vincent's efforts to calm the situation, Hugo shoots at Alex as he speeds away, injuring him. Alex manages to evade capture, returning to the town wounded and desperate. Later, Vincent updates Nussbaum, highlighting Davana's devastation over her son's death. He identifies Alex as the main suspect, motivated not by money, but by a burning desire for revenge for Beatrice's murder. In a moment of desperation, Alex loses consciousness in the storm stolen Jeep, only to be startled awake by a motorcycle cop. Panicking, Alex accidentally fatally shoots the officer. He seeks refuge in a bakery, where he tends to his wounds. The next morning, Linda and Vincent receive news of the cop's death, suspecting Alex as the suspect. Linda reveals more about Alex, that he's a local with a history of abuse from his father, who he supposedly killed in a fire. Meanwhile, Hugo investigates the bakery, but leaves without finding Alex, who hastily reassembles his gun in the basement. With only the bakery as a lead, Linda connects pigeon droppings found in Alex's stolen Jeep to the location. Vincent's team returns to the bakery, narrowly missing Alex. Detective Mora guards a building where Devana is under police protection. A distraction allows Alex to infiltrate, holding an officer hostage and reaching Devana's floor. After a shootout, Alex evades capture by escaping to the roof, using a window cleaner's rig to access Devana and Mora. He knocks out Mora, but fails to shoot Devana due to a malfunctioning gun. Mora regains consciousness and subdues Alex. Back at the bakery, Linda discovers a crucial piece of evidence, Alex's gun's firing pin. Meanwhile, in custody, Alex demands to speak only to Vincent, but Mora refuses. At the office, Vincent receives a package from the bakery containing a flash drive with videos incriminating Randy. Vincent pushes for FBI custody for Alex, but his boss declines, citing complications. Alex is in the hospital after being beaten up by debt. Vincent, Linda, and Hugo visit him. Despite his injuries, Alex wants justice against Devana for hiring him to kill Ellis and Beatrice. He provides a statement, but Vincent doubts its impact. Alex recalls a phone call incriminating Devana, but can't remember where it happened. Vincent shows evidence to his boss, who remains skeptical due to Alex's condition and powerful interests. Dr. Mayers sneaks into the hospital to kill Alex, but Alex catches on and attacks him. El Paso SWAT is called in. Vincent arrives, and Alex will only speak to him. Alex tricks Dr. Mayers into switching clothes, leading a sniper to mistakenly shoot Dr. Mayers. Alex jumps into Vincent's SUV and explains that Devana sent the doctor to kill him and might target Vincent next. Alex drops his gun, steps out, and SWAT guns him down. Simultaneously, Devana is killed at her mansion. Back at the bar, Linda hints at having provided Vincent with an alibi. Later, in the desert, Hugo disposes of incriminating evidence, having avenged Alex's mission by killing Devana. Hugo drives off back to Mexico as the film ends. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.